Hello, hello, and welcome to Ace the Gamer playthroughs. Let's play Fallout New Vegas. So, last time we went to Camp Forlorn Hope. We helped the quartermaster. We, I wouldn't say destroyed, but I would say destroyed a bunch of Legion guys, and we helped Dr. Richards heal a bunch of his patients, and of course we got to go to the outpost to our handy box and just deposit everything that was extra. So now we are at one of my favorite places, and you'll see why in a few moments. This particular town, Fallout New Vegas, has a lot of history, but for whatever reason, the Legion just can't let it go. So we're just gonna politely let the Legion know that we don't appreciate them taking over a town like this. So I'm gonna do something a little different than usual. I'm gonna use my super sledge, which I hope none of you will take offense to, since this was a guns playthrough, but whew, we just let them know that we are here, and that is But yeah, I think even it might be Bitter Springs, but I also think it's Nelson that oof. Did you guys kill anyone up here? Okay. So what's interesting is that even the Great Khans, I believe, have history with Nelson as well, but in a way I also think it's that I'm mistaken, that it's actually Bitter Springs. Again, not 100% sure, but as we get to know the Great Khans a little better, we'll find it out either way. So please don't quote me on that. What? Where? Okay. And this is why I like the super sledge, because it's so strong and it just gets the job done. Okay, there's no person over here. Just following the red dots. Oh yeah, there's a lot over here. Cool. Yeah, I'm coming. Don't rush me. You know, it's very important that I savor this. So how dare you try to rush me? Ow. Are you really throwing spears at me, dude? Like, I respect it, but oh man. That's actually kind of unfortunate that the condition of this weapon is already this low, because it's gonna be really hard to get the money to repair this because of, again, just the condition of it being as low as it is. I think it's like, ooh, maybe 6,000 caps, which again is crazy, but goes to show how effective it is nonetheless. But okay, I believe maybe it's this one. I'm hoping it's this one. You know what? We're gonna try this other one first. but there's the leader of the particular group. Their leader of Legion is in here. Not the actual Kaiser. Kaiser isn't in here, but this group of legionaries that took over the town obviously has someone leading them, and that's Dead Sea. And we're gonna have a nice talk with them with our trusty super sledge.
Another kill.
Alright, well, that actually was a lot easier than I would have expected, but hey, sometimes that's life. You think you're gonna go through something that's just gonna be so tough, and turns out it's actually not really as hard as you thought it was. Ooh, and we got the Liberator, which I don't really use it, but I do like that the value of it is just so high. Alright, let's see. The Explorer Hood. So we're gonna use the Explorer armor for the Recruit armor. Now we're just gonna use... And then we're going to do that. Again, like, you might as well repair things as you go, because I think you don't really lose out on too many caps, but it does just kind of help you breeze through, because you know, the whole being weighed down, over encumbered is just like it's so frustrating at times in Fallout in general, because there's so much loot everywhere, which they actually made into a thing in Fallout 4, where regardless of what kind of things you find, it does have some use, which is actually really cool. I do like that about Fallout 4, but since it's Fallout New Vegas, MISC is just used to sell.
Well, if it isn't, I have to admit, I'm not authorized to pay for contract work, but
Alright, so
we can defend it.
what we're gonna do now is go to our trusty box at the outpost, because there is a chance, a sliver of a chance, that that of course we have another super sledge. So fingers crossed. Because if we do in the box, that's just it's gonna be just so great, because I don't want to sell everything I have essentially just to beef up this. Fingers crossed, and yes, we do. Oh, that's so great. You know what? At this point, I'm not going to use the 10mm. Cowboy repeater's still cool. That gun's still cool, and I'm going to use the super sledge, of course, but only when I actually like need to. Because I do want to keep this as guns only as possible for this playthrough. Because guns are just really fun to use, and they kind of add a bit of a bit more substance to the game, because we might end up doing building us some rounds, but you also have to pay attention to how many rounds you have and making sure you stock up enough. But you know what? We're also gonna go. Let's go shopping. We're gonna talk to Lacey. We're gonna talk to Chet and Good Springs. We're gonna talk to the Gun Runners.
Background?
Cause I do want to get. Let's see. 0.357 and 5.56. So here we go. 88 rounds, love to see it. And then 28 rounds, not bad. As you can see, it only cost us less than 250 caps, but
Fine. I hope we can defend it this
I mean that's maybe one of the weapons that we just picked up from Nelson. So and again, this is why it's great when you know exactly the factions you don't like and the ones you do, because it kind of lets you plan. Okay, I don't like the Legion. I'm gonna be with the NCR this game,
You looking to
so
buy some supply?
that means if there's any legions anywhere, legionaries that we can simply just go there, take their stuff, sell it in exchange for what we want. And yes,
Thanks.
I know that it would be more effective per se to get more specialized ammunition, but I like the quantity aspect versus damage because I oops, because when you're going with quantity, it's two instead of four each, and there's so much more. Like I just rather have ammo handy versus only getting 14 and 13 instead of 76. Like I'd rather have 76 shots. It just makes more sense to me. So what I'm gonna do is repair the super sledge. Now it's about 45-ish%. We're gonna equip that gun, and we're gonna go back to the camp and let this guy in charge, Major P, let him know that we took care of Nelson and a doctor, which he'll be pleased about.
Back already? What do you... I heard from Dr. Well, now it... I'll be on.
So he's kind of upset, but he gets it. And you know what? I respect it. So we were able to get Bitter Springs a lot of reinforcements so far, and honestly, Camp McGarren. So one of the good parts again for the gas station is we're not going to be too far off from the Great Khans. Basically, we're going to go over and just kind of meet them. And for the next part, what we'll do is actually start helping them. But as you know from the other gas station, there's definitely spots where the assassins of the Legion will, for the most part, show up. And on the way to the Great Khans, those guys will show up. But I'm hoping, even though that is the case, most likely, which it might be them, the red dots we're seeing right now. Yep. Hopefully one of them has a super sledge. That's also why I appreciate them sending assassins. Not just for the extra caps and XP, but that's how we even got the super sledge in the first place that we got. Well, both the super sledges that we obtained. But I think the biggest weakness of this gun is it only has 5 shots, and obviously we have the cowboy repeater, and it has 7 shots. I think I'm gonna use that more because just firing 5 times reloading it just seems more of a hassle than just doing the cowboy repeater that just has 7. So, ooh, there we go. Much, much better, much faster. Love to see it. Just love to see it. Okay. Over encumbered, of course. So, super sledge first on the list. And then, oh, perfect. Nice. You know what? I think Eddie will take an amount that will kind of fix this. Maybe there's a lot in aid. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, cool. Let's see what we're left with. 14. Oh, really? Okay. The helmet. The helmet. Perfect. But Fallout New Vegas, another cool thing about it is you can wear the headgear, and more than likely it won't make you part of a particular faction. So you can kind of experiment with different armors and what you do and such. But Fallout 4, if you haven't played, just a quick fun fact, they actually, Fallout 4, you can do different pieces. Like you have a piece for your left arm, your right leg, and a chest piece. So you can be a little bit more customizable. But either way, both games are fun and both have, at least in my opinion, a good enough level when it comes to being able to customize your armor and things of that nature, and even weapons. If we do find affordable weapon mods that make sense, I will of course not go out of my way, but pretty much go out of my way to make sure that we're good to go, and we pick those mods up because, especially for the sniper rifle, nothing is cooler in my opinion in this game than getting sniper rifle that automatically, because it's a sniper, does more damage, especially with a critical hit headshot, with a high guns level, but then adding a suppressor, a silencer onto it as well. So like, even if it's not a one shot, you can still potentially get, um, just make sure that the enemy is down and stays down. But yeah, so I think this is a good place to stop for today's part. In the next episode, next part, what we're gonna do is talk to Jack and Diane. We're gonna try to go through that quest as quickly as possible so we can deliver what they need delivered to Vault 3, so we can deliver it. Fast travel back here, complete it, then fast travel back to the vault, and go on a fiend killing spree so that we complete Camp McCarran, which in turn will complete Bitter Springs. So if you haven't already, feel free to like or even just leave a comment on a video. And just remember, we also love it when our viewers subscribe. So if you haven't already, it would just be really appreciative. On our end, we strive to bring as much content as we can to you, and it is free to subscribe and does, for the most part, let us know that what we're doing is not just working, but being enjoyed. So until next time, this is Ace the Gamer signing out.